On the afternoon of December 8, 2004, this text message rapidly made the rounds of Philippine prayer groups. From Father Arevalo just reported, Our Lady appeared this morning daw, as previously announced, at Batulao, Batangas, about a kilometer from Salesian Retreat House. Its director, Father Paez SDB, saw the Virgin. 300 people were there, some from foreign countries. It had been promised to a local of the barrio. Light and Hale accompanied. So, what really happened? On the previous afternoon, the 7th of December, some 200 pilgrims made their way up a little mountain behind the Salesian Retreat House of what is often referred to as the Batulao-Calaruega area. Many of these pilgrims had flown several thousand miles for this occasion. They were members of the La Pieta prayer groups that had formed around an overseas contract worker named Emma C. de Guzman. Several of them, Canadian, American, Polish, and Portuguese, had been her faithful companions and witnesses to the seemingly mystical events that occurred in this simple Filipina woman's life. Mystical events that began with an innocent visit in 1991 to the Fatima Shrine in Youngstown, New York. And for almost 12 years, many of them had seen Emma in a trance-like state, which she claimed, and they believed, to have been an encounter with heaven. What took place that December night would bring Emma to the attention of her countrymen.
I remember that we arrived at the operation site, now called the Mountain of Salvation, at around 2:45 p.m. on December 7, 2004. Now, I was traveling with a group of pilgrims, about 100 of them from the United States and Canada. They were members of La Pieta International, and they had come to the Philippines principally for two reasons. One was to attend the international reunion of La Pieta International. And secondly, they came with high hopes and with real belief in their hearts that the Blessed Mother would appear to Emma for the first time in the Philippines on December 8, 2004. Because December 8 is the birthday of Emma. It is, of course, also the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. And December 8, 2004 happened to have been the 100th anniversary of the proclamation of the dogma of the Immaculate Conception. We got off the bus and we walked about a kilometer through a very rocky, very rough road to the apparition site. As soon as we got there, everybody put their blankets around the improvised altar. Emma took off her shoes. She was just wearing her socks and sat down in the middle of this blanket. And we were all ringed around her.
I arrived in Don Bosco Batolao 10 o'clock in the evening. It was very late already. And when I went to my room, I saw there was light across the mountain from my room. And so I remembered, oh, this is supposed to be, the eve of the apparition. I was tired. It was unusually cold.
We were all huddled together.
So I wasn't so sure whether I wanted to go. I slept, but I was restless.
Now, at about 10:30, suddenly she sat up and she knelt down. Her head moved up. In as quick as a blink of an eye, she had glided over about 4 or 5 meters of loose pebbles. And so suddenly she was there in front at the base of the tree by the miraculous well. Emma was in that position for quite some time. And then suddenly I saw that she was shaking her head. And then she started to look to the left. She started to look to the right. She did this several times. And the next time she turned to me, I was seated here towards the back on the left side. I could see that her face was so radiant and she had tears, but she was smiling.
Much later, Minetta asked Emma why she kept looking around.
She said, I was turning left and right because the whole mountain was filled with angels, all kinds of angels, all sizes. Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen.
But apparently Emma was not the only one who saw the angels. Angela Bataclan, the coordinator of the La Pieta BIR Quezon City chapter, saw them too.
Yes, she was right beside me. And all the while during the apparition, she was like in some sort of a ecstatic hysteria because she can see angels.
So I close my eyes and go back. Well, that was my first time to see that kind of a sight.
And she was like exclaiming, "Do you see them? Do you see them?" And like, of course I didn't see any. So I said, what? And then she said, look at them, all around, angels all around.
I keep on praying, but my eyes are so busy looking around and feasting on this nice creature.
And she said, each of us had angels in front of us.
All of those people who were there, meron silang kasama, kasiksik, ganyan, praying. Pero the beautiful part, ayan na, malapit na si Mama Mary. Restless na yung tao, and then, disorganized na, tumatayo na, ganyan. The angels sila, they were kneeling, kneeling and bowing.
Because I didn't see anything while she was saying that. But I don't think because she was really such an ecstatic and to the point that she was in tears.
And there are angels. Remember I told you, throwing small lighted balls. It's a fiery. Fiery, oo. Ball. Pag nakita mo, it's a ball rolling, pero lighted balls. May blue, may green, and they throw. Ganon. Pero nakita ko, they throw sa parts ng body, but many I saw dito sa heart.
So, we were all watching, waiting, praying.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
And we saw her talking to someone.
Mary, Mother